Welcome to the 2020 Horse and Hound Awards, in partnership with NAF. I'm Julian Seaman. The Horse and Hound Awards are now in their 5th year, but for obvious reasons, this time the presentations will be very different. We're having a 3-part virtual series where we'll be revealing the winners of this year's awards, celebrating the heroes who've helped us enjoy our horses and the somewhat curtailed horse sports as much as possible this year, and celebrating the greatest horses and riders of the decade. I then have the honour of chatting to our Lifetime Achievement winner. Obviously, our awards can only happen with the support of our kind sponsors, so thank you to them, and each winner will receive a bottle of cava kindly provided by our drinks partner, Caballo Oscuro. And the first category is NAF 5-Star Pro Feet Farrier of the Year. We're looking for a farrier who's had a positive impact, who through his or her knowledge and effort has made a difference to an equine or equine's performance or well-being this year. This was one of our most popular categories with hundreds of nominations. In all categories, 4 go through to the shortlist. Now a short message from NAF, the sponsors, and let's see who made it. Sam Draycott, whose proudest achievement is turning around some severely laminitic horses. Daniel Bennett, who joined the army at 16 to get away from horses and became a farrier there. Alan Evans, a farrier for 10 years, whose family's interest in breeding horses got him started in the profession. Ryan Derbyshire, who started out in farriery straight after school, age 16, and has been shoeing for 15 years. And now for the winner of the 2020 NAF 5-Star Pro Feet Farrier of the Year. It's Daniel Bennett.
It's very humbling, to be honest, especially with my situation of only actually shoeing horses 2 days a week now and teaching 3 days a week. You know, to have got so many votes and nominations is, very humbling. A good farrier, obviously, it's not a job, it's a lifestyle. It's very, very hard work. It's hard work on your body, it's hard work mentally, and every day's a learning day. You know, it's constant progression throughout your whole career. Sometimes you're dealing with a horse with a specific problem, obviously seeing that get better, you know, hopefully through something you've done, or certainly as part of a team with the vet, physios, etc., stuff like that. But just, you know, seeing young horses, seeing them progress through whatever discipline they're doing. I have clients I've been shoeing for well over 15 years now. And, you know, I've seen some horses go from young, unbroken horses up to Grand Prix in dressage, etc. That's always very satisfying. But obviously, one of the main aspects of what I do now as an educator is seeing the progression of young apprentices and seeing them, A, pass their exams, and B, go on to have careers themselves, and seeing them coming back and doing their higher exams is always an absolute joy. I've been probably shoeing Hovis for around 12 years now. He's very heavy. Has probably done untold damage to my spine over the years, but he is a great horse to shoe. He's a great character. We've got quite a relationship. The key thing with Hovis, you know, he has just raised so much money for Bransby Horse Sanctuary over the years. His supporters on Facebook and other social media are just very, very supportive of him. You know, having done quite a few charity events over the years, you know, they've always supported that. You know, they're a great bunch of people. So any advice for anyone wanting to become a farrier? Obviously, the actual training to be a farrier is very long-winded. You know, it's a 4-year apprenticeship. It's very, very hard work. It's important to make sure that when you find an apprenticeship, you find a good apprenticeship, someone who's going to show you everything they've got. Once you do qualify and you go out alone, that's when it gets really hard, because you're responsible for everything you do. Every day's a learning day. My boss used to always say that, and it's true. Every day you need to be learning something new, because you'll find something new. You know, you can't go shoeing horses that's the same way you shod the last horse. It's all about progression. The thing I love about this job the most, for me personally, it was the first job I found where I found it naturally sort of like easy. But secondly, I got a lot of praise for it. Certainly when I was an apprentice, I used to compete a lot, and I did very well. Moving on from that, just going out, shoeing horses, doing a good job. For me, it's never really been about the money, but it's been about seeing things done right, and being given the right circumstances to be able to do that as well, which is really important. First of all, just like to thank the Horse and Hound for putting on this award. Very humbling to have won it. I'd like to thank the following. Obviously all the people who have voted for me, especially the Farriers, the Hovite Army for all their support, my students, Hereford College for all their support over the years. Thank you very much.
Bailey's Horse Feeds Vet of the Year. We were looking for a vet in 2020 who made an outstanding contribution to looking after horses in their practice. But not only does this impact on the horses, but for the owners who are always eternally grateful to their vets. And now a message from our sponsors, Bailey's Horse Feeds. And let's see who made the shortlist. Simon Constable of Simon Constable Equine Vets. David Sinclair of Bell Equine Veterinary Clinic. Mary Sinclair of Ardennes House Vet Practice. Tim Randall of Stables Equine Practice. And now for the winner of the 2020 Bailey's Horse Feeds Vet of the Year. It's Tim Randall.
Look, it's been a long time since I've been to a prize giving and had a trophy to collect, and this trophy has been very much well worth waiting for, the Bailey's Horse Feeds Vet of the Year. I'm very, very grateful to whoever it was who nominated me for the award, and extremely grateful to all of those who did take the time and trouble to vote for me as well. We're lucky in this job, I think, that we often say no 2 days are the same, and certainly as far as this year is concerned, none of us have ever had a year quite like it. And we've been very lucky. We've been able to carry on working in the great outdoors largely as we would do in a normal year. And for me personally, it's been a great opportunity to catch up with more of our clients probably than ever this summer, because there hasn't been any horse sport going on around the countryside. And so although it's been an odd year and a different year, it's been a good year in many ways, and this really tops it off for me. So I can't really tell you how much it means to me personally to have won the award, but I would just like to say thank you very, very much indeed for those who did take the trouble to vote, and fingers crossed we get the chance to celebrate it in person next year at some point, and that as quickly as possible life starts to get back towards normal.
Category 3, Horse Dialogue Equestrian Club of the Year. This award is to celebrate the organisations that bring riders together and best support them in achieving their goals, changing riders' experiences for the better. Now for a short message from the sponsors, Horse Dialogue. And let's see who made the shortlist. The Equi Fun Club in the South-East. Equestrian Training South-West in North Somerset. Atherstone and District Riding Club in Warwickshire. Essex Hunt North branch of the Pony Club. And now for the winner of the 2020 Horse Dialogue Equestrian Club of the Year. It's the Essex Hunt North branch of the Pony Club.
Well, it's a huge honour to have won this award, and especially with the public voting for it. So I know everyone in the club is going to be absolutely over the moon, and it's very humbling to think that people have voted for us. I joined the club as an instructor in 1998. And then I joined the committee soon after that, and I've been the district commissioner for the last 8 years, and actually this is my last year as DC, so it's a lovely way to sign off. But my role is really to oversee everything that happens in the club, competitions, rallies, training, teams, etc. Although I do have an amazing team of people who do all the actual work. I think what sets the branch apart from others is we have an incredibly diverse group of members. We have members that live in rural North Essex, we have members that live in East London. In Bethnal Green we have one family. So there's a real diversity of people, and the members and their families all get on together, everybody mixes together, everyone has a lot of fun, and we don't take life too seriously. Sure, we try to be safe and train the children and get them to learn, but we try to have a lot of fun with it as well. Well, when the pandemic started, everything was cancelled. Camps, rallies, training, absolutely everything was cancelled, and we were wondering what we would be able to do. We did a lot of online stuff, but we were then able to pick up later, and we had a non-residential senior camp and quite a lot of rallies which we managed to run under the COVID rules, which was great to be out and about seeing people. And we even ran a couple of competitions towards the end of the year. In the lockdown, we had actually a lot of fun after the initial devastation that everything was cancelled. The two real main highlights were virtual junior camp, which we ran over 3 days when we would normally have run junior camp. And the children had their hobby horses and they did hobby horse dressage, hobby horse cross country in their gardens, making their own cross country courses with paddling pools as water jumps, and a lot of them fell off in the water. And they really embraced it and loved it. They did their camping badge by camping in their gardens at home and making posters on campsite safety and things like that. So the whole 3 days was fantastic. And then the other thing we did, which was brilliant, we had a week where we ran a Strava challenge, and the initial goal was for the members to run, walk or cycle 500 miles in a week. The target was quickly revised, and in the end they did over 2,000 miles in a week, and we raised over £2,000 for a local children's hospice which was suffering because of the pandemic. And we had members and their families, our instructors, everybody, all of our friends, going around logging their miles, whether it was in the supermarket, whether it was poo picking their field, people running, cycling, bumping into each other out and about. And it was an absolutely incredible week, and everybody logged their activities with photos and so on, so that was a really great week. The people that make the branch work really well are our committee. I'm really, really lucky to have two fantastic assistant DCs, Georgie and Oriel. I couldn't do the job without them. Our branch secretary, Sarah, has been amazing this year. She's been running online badges, online training, and she got us all going with Zoom. And our health and safety officer, Sally, mentioned for her because she has had to rewrite all the risk assessments this year. The whole year's been totally different. We've also got great instructors who are a really good team, work well together. But actually what really makes the club is the members and their families, because they have embraced everything we've thrown at them this year and come back for more, and they've been absolutely amazing. We've been really lucky the last few years. We've had a lot of success at area and national level. One of the things I'm most proud of is that our novice eventing team were first or second at the championships 3 years in a row, and that was with 12 different combinations across the 3 years. So we were really, really pleased with that. We've qualified for championships in almost every discipline. We had one member, Frankie, who passed her A test, which we were really proud of. And a lot of our members have gone on to have careers in the equestrian industry, which is lovely. I hope people's thoughts about their experiences with the Pony Club are the memories that they make, the fun and the memories that they will take with them forever, because the Pony Club is more than just a place to go and learn to ride your pony and learn how to look after it. I know I've made friends for life, and I know a lot of our members would say the same as they get to the top end. So I hope that that's what they get out of it the most. I've got so many memories of my 8 years as DC in the branch, and one of the things I'm really proud of is we started a little group called Tiny Trotters to encourage the little ones, and we've had them as young as 2 coming ambling around on their ponies, which has been very, very sweet. The time we won at the championships with the team was amazing. I think we made quite a lot of noise in the campsite, but it was an amazing celebration. And just seeing the members develop, for me, I think when you see them really wobbly, age 6 or 7, just coming off the lead rein, and you think, gosh, this child's never ever going to even learn to canter, and then you watch them whizzing around a 100-centimetre cross-country course a few years later, that really is amazing, just to see the development of the children and the skills that they have and the confidence that they build through being with the Pony Club. It's about friendship, it's about fun, it's about building relationships, learning to deal with success, learning to deal with disappointment, because we all know horses are great levelers and we can have a great day followed immediately by a terrible day. And I think that the lessons that they learn go far beyond learning to canter and jump. Anyone can join the Pony Club, you don't have to have a pony. It's the most amazing organisation in the world. Just like to say thank you to everyone that's voted for us. Thank you to Horse and Hound for shortlisting us for this award. to our amazing committee, particularly to Georgie, Oriel, Sarah, but the whole committee, to all of our members and their parents for supporting everything that we do, to all our volunteers who help make our events run, to all our instructors who give amazing tuition to our children, and to everyone who helps make this club amazing. Thank you very much.
Category 4, Absorbing Groom of the Year. This award is to celebrate those brilliant grooms without whom the equestrian industry would grind to a halt. Now for a short message from the sponsor, Absorbing, and let's see who they were. Apple Ingleton, groom to dressage rider Craig Messenger. Helen Horton, groom to showing producers Richard and Marjorie Ramsey. Jadine Mugurty, groom to dressage rider Luke Baber Davis. Amelia J. Sanderson, freelance groom in the East with Prestige Equine. And now for the winner of the 2020 Absorbing Groom of the Year. It's Amelia J. Sanderson.
Winning the Horse and Hound Groom of the Year means so much to me, knowing I have so much support behind me and my business, Prestige Equine. I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's voted and to all those who supported me over my social media channels who I've never met before. I've always had a lifelong passion for the equine industry, but turning out horses is something I've loved since such a young age. Every day I'm learning and striving to provide the best services to all my clients. 2020 has been an extremely difficult year due to COVID, but it's given me time to reflect and get new ideas for my business going into 2021. I'm coming out with 2020 the Horse and Hound Groom of the Year. And again, I want to say thank you to everybody who voted, and you've made one happy freelance groom.
Category 5, Stallion AI Services Young Rider of the Year. This award is to celebrate the achievements of up-and-coming riders. We were looking for a young rider under 25 who has achieved a great deal in the past year and is set to achieve even greater things in the future. Now for a short message from the sponsors, Stallion AI Services. And let's see who made it. Show jumper Tabitha Kyle, 13, who won 4 Grand Prix in one day at Le Mans. Showing rider Alice Homer, 18, whose 4-year-old Balin Clare was supreme novice at the British Show Pony Society National Championships. Show jumper Isaac Kettridge, 18, who rides for Brendan Stud and took on the Puissance at Bolesworth this year. Event rider Yasmin Ingham, 23, who had 3 horses at Burnham Market this year, who all finished on their dressage scores in the 20s. And now for the winner of the 2020 Stallion AI Young Rider of the Year. It's Tabitha Kyle.
Hi, I'm Tabitha Kyle. I'm 13 years old and I'm from Leicestershire. Thank you so much for everyone who voted for me for the Young Rider of the Year award. It's such an honour to win this award. It's such a big award and I never expected it. It means the world to me to win this award. I can't thank you enough for everyone who voted for me. Obviously 2020 has been really hard for everybody, but lucky enough for me, I've been able to stay home and have time with the horses. Lockdown has really helped me link with the horses over dressage, and I've had a lot of fun doing no stirrups. Some of my biggest achievements this year is winning 4 Grand Prix in France in one day. I won the Children and Horses on Bar, the 7-year-old Grand Prix on Nancy, the Small Tour on Vienna and the Big Tour on GG. It was really special to win 4 Grand Prix in one day, seeing as I'm only 13 years old. One of my other really special moments this year was winning Hickstead. I won Hickstead on Playboy Van der Zoeterwee in the 138 Grand Prix. I really liked the jump off because it was like Grand National. I'm really proud to have won the Pony Show Jumper of the Year at Hoyes, and also the 138 on Royal and the Fox Hunter on Arla. It really was a fantastic week and I can't wait to Hoyes next year. I think my success is down to starting from such a young age and my parents really helping me. I also think my success is down to me not getting nervous, but when I watch my rounds back again I get more nervous than when I go in from the ring. I don't get nervous because I know the job I have to do and it's lots of fun. My advice to some young riders is, if in doubt, take a stride out. On a serious note, some advice I would give is imagine you're just at home training, not at a big show. More advice I would give is do lots of flat work before you jump higher and higher. Thank you so much for voting for me. I can't believe I won. I hope you have a good Christmas.
And now the final category, Dengue Volunteer of the Year. This award is to recognise the sacrifice made by those wonderful volunteers who enable countless others to enjoy their horses, sport or profession week in, week out through their incredible dedication and selfless actions. Now for a short message from the sponsors Dengue, and let's see who are in the running. Carol Simpson, who founded West Midlands Dressage Group 23 years ago. Major Nicola Rush, a physiotherapist in the Army, who took on the role of Secretary of the Army Equitation Association 6 years ago. Esme Fordham, who was a long-term supporter of Remus Memorial Horse Sanctuary before she became a full-time volunteer 6 years ago. Sally Merritt, who has been a fence judge for British eventing since 2006. And now for the winner of the 2020 Dengue Volunteer of the Year. It's Esme Fordham.
Well, I was really surprised and honoured, to think that so many people said so many nice things about me and voted for me. It was just great, just wonderful. I wanted to volunteer at the sanctuary. I've always loved horses, and I retired at 74, having had cancer, and came up to bottle feed one of the babies up here, and casually said to Sue, the founder and the owner of the sanctuary, I said to her casually, I'd love to come and work up here, but at my age I'm a bit too old to do that. So I'm sure I'd find you something to do, Esme. And I thought, well, I'll make the tea, but it all started from there. I help Sue in the office. I help sort the bric-a-brac when it comes in. I oversee some of the volunteers, arrange some of the events, and take a pony out to the events sometimes as well. So it varies, and help keep the yard clean and tidy, and anything else anybody wants me to do up here. And one of the challenging aspects up here is to raise money to keep the sanctuary going. Of course, every year it's a big challenge. And also, when a horse comes in from a really bad background, and they come in and we try to save them, we have a wonderful team. Our farrier, our vet, and Sue and her team work tirelessly to make sure that they are saved if at all possible, and it's surprising how they can be turned around with all the love and the care and attention that they give them. But of course, there are the times when they come in and they've been too badly treated and neglected, that with all the love and care that we give them, we just can't save them, and that is a very sad time for everybody then. They're all my favourites, and they're all very special, but I suppose, thinking about it, the two blind mares we rescued are very special, and after they'd been rescued, a month in between each one, they had babies. And they just loved it. And of course Jess, the mule, was the baby that I came up to feed that started me off up here, so she's a bit special. We faced really a big challenge extra this year, obviously, because of COVID. We've had no fundraising events whatsoever, none at all. And we've tried to raise money this year more on social media, trying to give the sanctuary a profile there more. But it's been very difficult, and it's still very difficult to get the funds to feed and look after all these wonderful animals we have here. We'd love to have more volunteers here. We always need help. It's hard work, it's fun and very rewarding. We're a friendly bunch. I would like to say a big thank you to everyone that voted for me and said such nice things. I just appreciate it so much, and I send my love to you all. Thank you.
That's all from this instalment of the 2020 Horse and Hound Awards in partnership with NAF. A huge well done to all the winners, and a thank you to the sponsors: NAF Pro Feed, Bailey's Horse Feeds, Horse Dialogue, Absorbine, Stallion AI Services, Dengue, and of course our drinks partner, Caballo Oscuro. Don't forget, you can catch our next video celebrating this year's awards at midday tomorrow, and available on demand from the 10th of December at horseandhound.co.uk/awards.